Hey everyone, I'm here with Steve, Certified Master Inspector with Admirable Inspection Services. And today we're going to talk about cracks in your basement floor. Steve, I see it all the time in homes. Is there a big issue with cracks in the floor? Does it have anything to do with foundation? Tell us about it.
Okay, so great question. I hope everyone's having a good day and enjoys this quick chat. We're going to talk about slab floors in residential construction. So one thing that's greatly misunderstood is what is a slab floor? Is it a part of the structure of my home? And the ultimate question is not really. When we think about a foundation and how the actual structure, how the load path of a home is transferred to earth, it is not done through a slab floor. That's what we have foundation walls and footings for. A slab floor is simply poured usually at one of the final stages of a home, depending on the home builder. It is nothing more than a floor to walk on. We're going to have some crushed rock between there. Now with modern construction, we're going to have some radon provisions in there for future mitigation. And then that floor is poured down. Now it's not uncommon to see cracking in concrete just as it cures naturally over its life. It is a thing that can happen. Nobody likes unsightly cracks in a basement floor, and especially, pre-finishing my basement, does this mean my house is going to leak? Not necessarily. Slab floors can be face sealed. Typically, we want to see a backer rod go inside with a proper, elastomeric sealing, the sealant, something low mobius, something that's always going to move with that concrete slab. Where we have concerns is when we see a slab that we're seeing heaving or settling. That's telling us something's happening under that home. Whether that's expansive soils or other reasons that the home is experiencing movement, there's a greater factor. And that's where, there is companies like soil engineers that can go in and look at things around homes and see, is there a bigger factor in this neighborhood or specifically in this home that's causing this issue to happen? Can it be permanently resolved, or is the home going to expect to have movement over its life?
So when I've seen, as you know, we've seen tons of slabs with cracks in it. We've seen very small cracks to larger cracks. At what point do we start to worry about how big the crack is? And then you mentioned heaving. What are the warning signs that we should really be paying attention to?
So warning signs is almost hard on the trigger. You have a crack, get somebody to come in and take a look at it, see if there's something unusual. But my rule of thumb for most homeowners, I'll tell them, watch for that, right? Watch for that heaving, that settling. If that's happening, if it's a new build, engage your home builder right away, have the conversations with them, engage your inspector if it's an older home, and then kind of start the process from there. A tuning is always a really good rule. Once a crack's a tuning can drop in that crack, we're sizable now. It's a good enough crack where something can be done. I find going into new homes as inspections or 11-month warranty inspections with people that have concerns before the warranty is about to expire on their home, that there's all this face sealing. Just like the crack on the table here today. There's a goop on top of that trying to seal this crack up, and of course it's torn and it's open, and it's never been done other than to satisfy the home buyer for aesthetic purposes. The sealant has no value. We have to be open enough, get a backer rod inside, proper sealants before we make sense of repair.
Awesome.